Right, welcome back. I've been asked a few times about my voice attack and how do I do certain things. So I'm going to show you. I mean, voice attack does a lot of things, but I haven't used it to its full potential yet. There are millions of things you can do with it, but this is what I do. First of all, I've got. It's a bit like push to talk on TeamSpeak, but it's push to listen. So I've got a button. When I'm holding the button down, it's listening. When I let go, it's not listening. It just you can get it to listen all the time, but it picks up sentences up that you don't want, and sometimes it prints out things that you didn't want to say. So I've only got it to push to listen, which can be used by pressing this banner and going here. Push to listen, you press that and then assign a key for push to listen. I haven't changed anything else there. But if you want to do things like, where are we? 2000. Things like that. I'll try and show you. So if you go here, you would have created a new profile if you've well, you should have a profile anyway. So edit your profile and new command, and this is what you're going to say. It's probably best to have at least 2 words. I find using just one word sometimes it confuses it because it can, it can mingle itself up. So let's call it 11,000. So when I say 11,000, it's going to print something. I haven't changed anything else here. And I go to recorder, and it'll just record what you type. Here, I always put this on. You can, whatever you type here, it'll do a pause between each letter that you type. I've got 0.1 seconds. I think War Thunder might accept 0.5, which means that it'll just print it out, it'll type it out quicker, but I find that it seems to work better with 0.1. I mean, you can try 0.05 if you want, but I haven't really changed anything else. I've got the Windows Game Direct. If things don't work, you could try this one. It's just a different method that the game... This is the game keyboard input, and this is the PC input. I'm not exactly sure, but if it doesn't work, just try the other one. But I have always had luck with this. But anyway, start recording. Now, to type anything in War Thunder, you have to press enter first. So press enter, and then just what was it? 11,000. 11, comma 1, 2, 3 thousand. Then don't forget to press enter at the end, and that is it. You can put a description here saying alt. I'll show you that in a minute. Alt. If you look here, it just puts all your commands into a certain order. Like 1,000, 2,000, it's all altitude. Returning to base, that's like a report, isn't it? So you can do that. Category, altitude as well. Oh yeah, here you can just put 11,000 if you want. 11k. It just tells you what it is, but you already know what it is anyway. I haven't changed anything else here, so press OK, and hopefully press done. If I go back up here, hold the button down and say 11,000. 11,000. I've got my microphone muted. Idiot. Let's try that again, shall we? 11,000. There we go. So it'll press enter, it'll press 11,000, it'll press enter again, and then that's it really. I mean, the reason why I did this because I was in a jet game and I was in a MiG-9, and there was a Sabre being chased by another Sabre, and it was saying, "Help me, help me." So in order to... and I couldn't be bothered to type it out. It was too hard to type out, so I just put... I'll try this, make this better work. Too fast. Too fast. 2 parts. Too fast. Yeah, so for it to... as you can see, sometimes it doesn't recognise you. But it saves me typing things out, really. But But that's basically it, really. Yeah, so a new command, and I go to record it. There are other things. You can make it play an MP3. If you've got an MP3 on your in a folder, you can tell it to play an MP3. For example, let's see if this works. Excellent. Did that play? I didn't hear it. Why didn't that play? Why did that not play? Right, I'll be back in a minute. Right, so yeah, you can assign it. I had this folder inside there. That's why I couldn't find it. This folder's just got some MP3s in, some little file clips. So if I do this, excellent. It will look in this folder and play that. I had to do that myself. What else is there?
I really think I'm entitled to an answer to that question.
Yeah, I was going to do this on my Elite.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
I was going to put that on my Elite Dangerous voice attack, but I haven't set one up yet. So let's go back here. What else is there? Yeah, so that's recorder. That just records your key presses. And I think this is pretty much similar. That is just a macro. You set up a macro and you... but I haven't really done that one. I don't know what that is. Yeah, any combination. And then it's just like saying something, but you're just pressing the keys instead. So, close that. Mouse movement, I haven't really tried that. But yeah, it can do all sorts of things, but I basically do recorder. So if you want to record something in to make it chat into War Thunder chat, don't forget to press enter once, do something, and press enter again. And that's all you have to do, really. So I don't want that. Delete that. That should not be there. So yeah, what have I got? I've got... I've only got up to 10,000 altitude. I mean, I work in miles per hour and feet because I'm weird. When I was born, we were just a few years changing over from the imperial to metric. So if I'm playing golf, I work in yards. If I'm measuring something, I work in millimeters. It's very strange. So yeah, I've got are you low? Because a lot of people, when on the radio, they don't tell you your altitude. So if I say are you low, they may say something else like yes, or it's just there to ask if they're low. Above the clouds. I mean, I got to 10,000 and got bored of putting all these in. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 10, and I got bored. So then I went to above the clouds. Any eyes, which means I might change that to any contacts, because not everybody knows what any eyes means. I might change that to any contacts. That just means that have you seen any bogies? Check 6, excellent, which we've seen before. I do a lot of that as well, false alarm, because I often report things that I'm seeing, but it turns out to be friendly. Hello, I am here. I usually say that when someone's looking for my position. I'll say I am here, and then click on the map in War Thunder, and it'll tell them where I am. Landing, that just that records your T4 or T3, is it? I can't remember what it is. What is it? I can't remember. I'm not going to get there. Returning to base, taking off. Thank you. Too fast. Out of guns. But yeah, it's limitless. You could just put anything you want, really. So I think that's probably about it, really. No, I don't want to say that. But yeah, there's all sorts of things you can do, but I might get into more in-depth things when I get different games. But for War Thunder, that's all I really need to do, so I hope that helps. And there might be one more thing you need to do. Just a minute. Right. The first thing you should do. I mean, I should really do this again. And the more times you do this, the more times the better. So if you right click your sound thingy, right click that, then go to recording devices, and you'll see here. Now I record my videos on a separate computer, and what you're hearing me through here is the not the Blue Snowball. I've got the Blue Yeti, and that's going into a different computer that's recording this. So, and in the PC that I'm playing the game on, with voiceattack, I've got a microphone boom from the headset. So that's what I'm using for the voiceattack. If you right click this and then configure speech, this will pop up, and you'll need to go to train your computer to understand you better. We've all got funny accents, haven't we? So every computer's going to interpret what you say differently. So if you click that, I am now speaking to my computer. The computer is learning the sound of my voice as I speak. And you'll go through that a few times. It's best to do it a few times. If I click it again, you can read that if you wish. By listening to you read aloud, the computer's speech recognition learns how you speak. So basically, you'll go through a... Hang on. If I just mute this for a minute. It'll just come up with a lot of phrases, and you just repeat it. And it... hang on. I should be... my microphone should be muted. Right, so yeah, it will... it'll come up with these phrases, and you'll just try and... It does say, try to speak like a newsreader. So just try and repeat what's been written, and it'll kind of learn how you say things, you know, like tomato or tomato. You know, the voice attack will take all that data, and it'll probably help it learn better how you sound. And it's best to do it a few times, really, I think. But that's it, really. I hope that helps. If any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm sure there will be some. But in the meantime, thanks, and I'll see you later.